Right, welcome back, everybody. So let's remind you again of the question of the day. Then we'll take a look at the front pages of our daily newspapers. There we go. Question was just under a week before the elections and term of Parliament closes. Do you think Parliament has done enough to hold the executive accountable? All right, so looking forward to hearing from you wherever you are and your views, your thoughts at Morning Live, SABC. That's where you can get hold of us on X. And of course, you can also send us those voice notes and we love hearing them. 078 459 1897. Also, people writing in from all over the place. I'm just seeing one coming from Jonathan. Jonathan saying, good morning from the shores of Abidjan in the Ivory Coast. I hope you're having a splendid day and keep bringing us the news and business of the day. I keep following. So nice to hear from you out in the Ivory Coast. All right, newspapers, here we go, front pages. So, starting off with the Business Day, and Business Day leading with Anglo says no again, but it'll talk. That's what they're saying there. New BHP offer worth £31 a share. The game is finally on in BHP's race for Anglo American, with the Australian mining giant coming up with a third, better offer at the 11th hour, and Anglo agreeing to talk. Even though it rejected BHP's new offer, Anglo on Wednesday asked London's takeover panel on Wednesday for a one-week extension after BHP approached it on Monday, and a new all-share proposal with that BHP said valued Anglo at £31 a share. So interesting development there in that Anglo-BHP issue. Much rides on Boxer for Pick and Pay debt deal. So the money expected to be raised from Boxer's unbundling from Pick and Pay is set to go a long way in settling the group's 6.1 billion rand debt pile, which is now all guaranteed by Boxer. So that's something that they're hoping to stay afloat, giving the group liquidity until September 2025. So it's quite a tough one there, hoping to get them out of the doldrums. And then Bill rethinks local government laws. Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs Minister Thembi Nkadimeng has introduced for public comment a stringent bill that seeks to overhaul local government laws by making it difficult to remove executive mayors, speakers and chief whips. All right, you might want to read up about that one. So that's the front page of the Business Day this morning. Let's have a look at the Star, and the Star's front page leading with faces there saying, you get what you vote for. So I'm just trying to pull this one up in front of me here, and basically just taking a look at some of the faces of the political leaders, and I'm just going to get this one going. Apologies on that. So what they're saying is they're looking at those faces on the ballot papers, and this is basically what you will get if you vote. So fierce debate turns chaotic as haters shout down Zuma's ANC daughter. With a little less than a week before South Africans head to the much anticipated polls to cast their votes, it remains to be seen who will occupy the Union building. So on Wednesday, 29th of May, it will be a watershed moment in the history of South Africa, 30 years after the dawn of democracy, as millions of citizens go to make their choice between the 52 contesting political parties. And during the Star's political dialogue at the Joburg Theatre yesterday, various political party leaders were in attendance to woo South Africans for their vote. The governing ANC was yet again under siege. So those were the representative faces there. I won't talk you through all of them, but that's pretty much so who they had in attendance at that debate that they had yesterday. NUMSA mired in scandal as woman abused during strike. And this is a woman badly beaten during that NUMSA strike in Meyerton. Has been identified. South African Rainbow Alliance President Colleen Makubele has lambasted the grievous assault on a woman innocently traveling to work in Meyerton, south of Johannesburg. Makubele, who was also a speaker at the Star's political dialogue, blasted men and politicians who abuse women and use them for power and beat them up. Gosh, strong words being used there for a terrible, terrible story. And then voter apathy is a huge concern. It certainly is. But they're saying that the result of an in-depth survey conducted by African Innovation Research SA points to the country's future being in the hands of coalitions and raises concerns about voter apathy, especially amongst the youth. So digging deeper into how South Africans are feeling ahead of the elections. Right, let's move on to the next paper, which of course is The Citizen. And The Citizen looking at SA's evil hit parade. Political assassinations are on the increase in the run-up to the elections and pose a very real threat to South Africa's democracy. This is according to a global report warning. And the hits are linked to power. A local researcher says motives for killings include eliminating rivals for contracts, positions, and silencing anyone who speaks out against corruption. So yeah, that's quite an article to read there. And then again, still all the piles of garbage here due to this Pick It Up strike. And this is a photograph taken at the corner of Albertina Sisulu Road and Van Vellig Street in Johannesburg yesterday, as the strike at Pick It Up contract workers continues. The workers who've been employed at the Joburg Waste Management Company on contract for 5 to 10 years say they have been overlooked for permanent positions, and the strike has now been going on for a week. Blue light gang suspects nabbed. The 3 suspects suspected to be part of the blue lights and allegedly on their way to a job. That's according to police. And then finally, little Jocelyn is just a sad story. I know, I was actually thinking of her yesterday. Little Jocelyn, activists say cops and the justice system failing to protect South Africa's children with a lack of resources. All right, a quick look at the Sowetan now. And again, focusing on another child here who killed Ditebogo. Law enforcement agencies give inconsistent statements about 4 suspects linked to the case. And NPA says a gun found on arrested men sent to ballistics for testing. So that case ongoing. Also, The Rock launched yesterday, and you can see the photograph up in the corner there. The Electoral Commission National Results Operations Centre at Gallagher Estates in Johannesburg was launched, and that's ahead of the May 29 polls. And yeah, that's about it. Of course, also looking at the Pick It Up strike, and Rulani urges dance fans to emulate Man City. And those are the front pages of the newspapers. Remember the SABC website, also keeping you updated throughout the day and night. Local, international news, as well as interviews and radio podcasts that we've got uploaded there as well.